Is your content disappearing into the ether? What ether am I talking about? Social media. Now, if you're a female coach or course creator over 40, then you want to listen up. Because what I'm about to tell you, particularly when I share number three, is going to completely change the way that you approach your business, particularly when it comes to social media. So here's what happens when you completely ignore email and you go all in on social media. Number one, you become a complete slave to the algorithm. So if you're watching this video, it's likely that you already know this. You're constantly posting, you're doing reels, you're doing all the things, everything you can to trigger the algorithm. And the reason that you want to trigger it is because you want to get in front of more of your people, more of the people that resonate with what you're saying, and you're ready to buy customers. But here's the flaw in this process. We can't know for certain what things are going to work for an algorithm because they change constantly. So, what might work one week will be different than next week. And that's how you become a complete slave to the algorithm. Constantly posting, hoping, wishing, praying that your content is going to get in front of your people. And other piece of that is that you can do all the posting, all the things, and be triggering the algorithm and going viral, and still not even get the results that you should get when that many eyes are on your content. Because the algorithm doesn't always know the best people to put it in front of. And that's why I'm not a fan of putting all my eggs into one basket, aka social media. In fact, I saw a recent post, and honestly, I did go and search for this to kind of figure out where I saw it, but I cannot remember, that said that you have to post 30 plus pieces of content per day to grow your Instagram account to 100,000 followers. And they didn't say anything about whether that was going to be making you any type of money. They were just talking about the fact that if you want to grow really quickly, that that's what you would do. Now, for a very small percentage of people, that probably makes you feel super excited. But for the large majority, aka my people, that makes you feel sick. Honestly, when I saw that, I literally shook my head and just went, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. It's why I personally left social media from a business perspective back in 2021. Closed my Facebook groups, took all of my member communities and put them into a completely private space and just ditched social media altogether. Now, I literally am only on social media from a presence perspective. And what I mean by that is I have a static Instagram account. You can go and check out what that looks like. It basically just means that I don't add any content to it, it's static. Same with my Facebook page. I just have my blog content being automated to post on that page. That's it. I personally am not commenting, posting, doing all the things on social media because I just don't really jive with hanging out in that space. But here's what happens when you also add an email or secret scroll if you just replace social media with email. If you add an email into the mix, you can start to get in front of your ready to buy customer almost immediately. At any given time, there is about 2% of your audience who are your ready to buy customer, the people who are actively looking for a solution. Because with email, you can have an average open rate of 20 to 30%, which is kind of industry standard, and you will have more people seeing your content compared to social media where you're looking at around 5% engagement. Those are some big differences in numbers. The other thing that happens when you are focused only on social media and completely ignoring email is that your content disappears into the ether, right? It just disappears. And what do I mean by that? Basically, social media content has at best a 72-hour shelf life. As in, you can spend all this time creating the most amazing posts, the amazing reels, doing a carousel, all the things, and it's only going to have a shelf life of 72 hours at best, right? At best. And this is why you have to constantly be creating content for social media. What you're actually doing is fueling their business, as in fueling Facebook, fueling Instagram, fueling TikTok. Those platforms would not survive without your content. So when you think about that, I hope that that makes you start to go, maybe I might look at doing something else. And this is where I'm going to present email again. Because with your email content, you can actually reuse that content. It can be turned into blog posts, it could be turned into a podcast episode, it could be turned into a YouTube channel. The other thing that you can do with your content in your email is you can also post it to your public profile, particularly if you're using a platform like Kit, which is what I use. They have this amazing creator network, and within that, you get to create your own creator profile and you can choose what content gets posted to your creator profile. Strategically, I aim to share one email into the public creator profile space once a week so that people can see the things that I'm talking about and they get a sense of who I am. You can't do that anywhere else, right? So you can reuse your content, and if you're smart, you can also take that same content and represent it to your audience again, because they will never remember the post that you're sending to them. It's just like social media. However, it lessens the amount of content that you yourself actually have to create. And when you turn that into an evergreen newsletter and you put it into an evergreen automation and you set it up to regurgitate or represent every 90 to 180 days, your email content lives forever. And then, thirdly, the other reason why only focusing on social media instead of email can lead to a really bad decision is that your sales will be sporadic. And I'm also going to put in kind of air brackets without ads, right? Without paying for ads. Because if you're paying for ads, my hope is that you're getting an ROI. But even then, there's no guarantee and you need a budget, right, to really test your ads. But if you're just focusing on social media and you're posting a whole bunch of content, remember I was saying I saw that post or a blog post, I can't think where it was, where they were saying you had to do 30 plus pieces of content per day to grow your account. That wasn't even talking about sales content, that was just organic content. But sales becomes sporadic when you only focus on social media. And now you're back to being a slave to the algorithm, because there's also no guarantee that your amazing content and your amazing offers are going to get in front of your ready to buy customers. Now, you can absolutely pay for ads. Of course, you can. You definitely just need a bit of a budget to go ahead and do that. But what if you don't have an ad budget? What if the whole reason that you are currently on social media and posting all the content is because you don't have an ad budget? What then? Well, my friend, I'm going to present email marketing into the mix again. Because here's the thing, you can get to sales a lot faster inside your email, particularly if you spent the next 30 days providing valuable content to your audience. And at the end of that 30 days, you turned around and presented an offer to them. Now, I actually don't advocate for that. I advocate for daily presenting offers, right? Every single email that goes out into my audience's hands always leads to an offer. Now, there is no guarantee that people are going to buy from that email, but I have a much higher chance of people buying from an email if I'm consistently presenting the opportunity versus not. So, if you want to make sales faster, you will find that that happens if you are doing the exact same thing that you're doing on social media, but you just replicate that inside your email. And that would be my goal for you. If you're not ready to ditch social media altogether, all I would say to you is consider taking what you're doing on social media and then using it in your email. Literally pulling content, pasting it into an email, sending it out. But don't forget to build your email list at the same time. You own your email list. You do not own the followers that are connected to you on social media. It is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whoever it is that you're using, they own that audience. You do not. I'm all for building assets that I own, and you own your email list. And if you're wondering how I'm actually making daily sales inside my emails, then I have a cash flow checklist, a daily cash flow checklist that literally walks you through all the daily tasks that I do to ensure that I've set myself up for success. And I have been getting daily sales for at least the last 3 years. So if you want that, comment checklist below and I will get that into your hot little hands. And if you're also sitting there thinking, how on earth is Elise presenting the opportunity for people to buy from her every single day? Well, my friend, I am sending daily emails. If you think you can't do daily emails, the video that is coming up on your screen right now is going to walk you through exactly how I'm able to do this and how you can do it too. So I'm going to see you in that video.